What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. Back at you with another video in this Spirituality for Beginners series. In this video, let's talk about meditation, why you should be doing it, and how to do it. So let's get right into it. Why should you be meditating? Okay. Well, it is my opinion that when you are on a spiritual journey, meditation should be a integral the foundation of your practice, right? Your your spiritual unfolding, if you will. The reason, the primary reason why I say this, or one of the primary reasons, is because, for one, the more you meditate, the more you get to observe your thoughts as well as just the body, okay? And once you can observe something, you can then separate from said thing. So once you begin to meditate and you become aware of your thoughts, you begin to realize that, wait, I'm actually not my thoughts. That thought that just sprung up into my mind, that isn't me. I didn't consciously think that. So these thoughts have no weight. I'm not my thoughts because they come and they go. I've experienced thousands of thoughts, millions, billions, trillions of thoughts. I'm none of those things. Okay? You begin to observe the actions of the body. You're like, oh, I'm hungry, right? My stomach's growling. No, the body in which you inhabit is experiencing the sensation of hunger, but you are not your body. Okay? Because once you leave the body, you still exist. If I were to chop off your hand, it's that hand. Are you still you? Right? You become paralyzed. Are you still you? All these things you begin to realize, or you begin to ponder, you begin to notice just through the practice of meditation and becoming the observer. That's the first thing, especially when it comes to the thoughts, right? The thoughts no longer have any weight on you, right? You will notice those intrusive thoughts that just pop into your head. You notice that, no, that's not me, you know? You begin to pick up on subtleties, right? You begin to pick up on the subtle energy, the subtle frequency that are surrounding or within this body, right? Once you meditate and tune into the chakra system, you begin to feel them, right? You will feel the chakras, okay? You begin to notice it. You become more in tune with your intuition because you're becoming more sensitive. And to go back, it is so like let me go into how important it is to become the observer, the watcher of your thoughts. Once you really get to a point where you can observe your thoughts, you begin to differentiate differentiate the difference between the ego and the higher self. You will notice when the ego is making up these things, the mind is making up these things, whereas your higher self is bringing down things that you should follow. Once you have that, you will be able to disassociate from your emotions to a certain extent, to a certain degree. Okay? Once you go through, you feel anger, this emotion. You will be able to take a step back and observe this body, this entity experiencing that emotion of anger. You'll begin to see it in other people. Let's say you get into an argument with someone and they're yelling at you, they're upset, they're just spewing all these, they're cursing, right? You will be able to take a step back and witness them. But the beauty of it is you will no longer see them attacking you. No, you will see the anger of emotion in them doing its thing, right? It's just having its little anger bout. So whenever that person emotional and they're emotional or their emotions is driving them, you can look at them and say, that isn't them. That is that emotion of anger, fear, or jealousy, envy, whatever it is. Because I know the real them. The real them is none of those things. The real them actually cares about me. You will be able to get to that point. Also, whenever you begin to go through hardships and difficulties within your life, within your day to day, you will be able to, let's say you experience a negative emotion or a less desirable emotion. You can then take a step back and say, you know what? I'm actually good. The real me, the higher self, the one that is the divine spark of the creator, I'm good. My ego is going through this, or this body is experiencing this, but I'm good. And that level of clarity, that level of insight, trust me, it can change the whole dynamic situation of whatever it is that you're experiencing. In fact, I would invite you to try that next time you are experiencing a less desirable emotion. Whenever you're going through something that's less desirable, state to yourself, I'm good. Look, I'm the higher self, the real me, I'm good. Because I know that all this is illusion. But my ego is experiencing this and it's going through this emotion. The body is experiencing this emotion. But I'm me. I'm good. The higher self, which is the real me. I'm perfect. Right? Everything's good. Everything's fucking good. Trust me on that. And so yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I promote meditation. The other reason is because you want to strengthen your energetic bodies, your energy bodies. Doing chakra meditations is like your spiritual workout. Doing these meditations, because you have different forms of meditation. You have meditations just focused on being present. You have meditation that focus on your chakra system. You have meditation that focus on strictly visualization. You have meditation that focus on expansion of your consciousness. Okay. But as I stated in, I believe, the first video, the goal here is to evolve spiritually. And meditation is a great way to do that. You don't have to do it. You don't have to evolve spiritually through meditation. There's different paths to take. You have yoga. You can go down the yogic path. You have magic. I mean, if you ask me, or I'm pretty sure though they all have meditation like in there, intertwined in there. It doesn't just have to be just sitting in a lotus position, but there's different paths to take. Okay, and so I say meditation because you're working on your energy body and you're expanding your aura. You are developing your psychic abilities, and you can say each time you not awaken but develop a psychic ability, it is essentially moving you up a notch, up a notch, up a notch. Because once you develop this ability, and then you can expand your, or you are expanding your perception of reality. Then you can perceive different things that you didn't previously perceive, and with that new perception, you can then, it's essentially like take it like a video game. You move on to the next level, right? And you experience a new realm of things. And then in that realm of things, you develop more, and then you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. And then you begin to attract certain things to you and whatnot. So those are the two main reasons why I would say meditate. Now, you have the things that's also beneficial for you, right? Like clarity of mind, more control of your emotions, less emotional throughout your day. You can program your day through meditation and visualization. Um, get rid of anxiety. What else? I mean, there's several benefits you can gain from this. So, how does one meditate? It's quite simple. Meditation doesn't require hours. Meditation doesn't require you to be in a lotus position in a quiet room, um, legs crossed, doing mudras, saying mantras. No, it's not required. Simple form of meditation, simple mindfulness, is simply mindfulness. Just becoming aware, becoming mindful of something. Let's say you become mindful of your breath. Right? That's a form of meditation. Working out for people is a form of meditation. Going on walks is a form of meditation. I look at this form of meditation as simply becoming aware or mindful of the internal. However, my my preference for meditation is like Vipassana meditation as well as like chakra meditations and visualizations. So simple ways to do this is to have a seat. You can lay down, but you are very apt to fall asleep. So I would say have a seat. You can either sit on a chair, a couch, in a lotus position. The lotus position is simply crisscross, right? You sit on the floor or something, and as you're sitting on a chair or a couch, if that's your choice, try not to lean against the back of the chair, right? Try not to be upright, right? You don't have to be a strict posture like this. You don't have to be all rigid. You can just relax, right? Back off the back of the chair so you don't fall asleep, right? And you essentially just want to relax. Your head will slightly tilt forward and let your hands rest in your lap. And from there, a simple thing to do is to focus on your breathing. You can stay in and out. You can say those words. In, like as you breathe in, you say in, right? Or just say in. And as you breathe out, you say out. And then in, out. You can do that. Right? You can say mantras, right? The mantra is just simply a word that you say over and over again in your head, right? You create your own affirmations as well. You can say, I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. You can just focus on that. Just say that over and over. Set a timer for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'd recommend at least 20 minutes, but that is as simple as it gets. Just have a seat somewhere, some place where you would likely not be disturbed. Um, get your back off the chair. Just relax your posture, so the Kundalini can rise up, and yeah, you can focus on your breathing. Okay, you can look up guided meditations on YouTube. I will be making some meditation videos here, just some chakra meditation, Vipassana meditation, maybe a few visualizations, mantras, mantra meditations. Um, so yeah, meditation is very simple. Don't over, do not overcomplicate it. You can just go outside and go for a walk, and just remain conscious. Don't drift off into thoughts, thinking about this and thinking about that. Right? Just want to remain present. That's another benefit of meditation. You begin to distance yourself from your thoughts, from the time, right, the gap between, and you begin to sit in that gap between longer, whereas you can remain in the present moment. Because the thing about the past and the future is that in the future, that is where anxiety exists. Anxiety can only exist in our thoughts of the future. Regret, anger, upset, that shit typically comes from the past, right? When you're here in the present moment, and when you experience timelessness, when you're really present, that's why when you have so much fun, time seems to fly by because you're more present. So when you can sit in the present moment, you can still be experiencing less desirable or not so desirable conditions. However, you're not in your head about it. You're simply being what it is. It is what it is, right? You're not like, oh my God, this is so terrible in your head. You think about this, when will it end, blah, blah, blah. You can remain in the now, in the present moment, things will be a lot more bearable. And then if you're in the undesirable thing, you can state to yourself, like I stated earlier, I'm good. The real me is actually good. I'm fucking splendid. The ego, this body is having difficulties, so. And that will shift your frequency very rapidly. So that's all I got on meditation, the benefits of it, simply how to do it. In the next video, it will be a guided meditation, so it can break down step by step, so you're not in the dark about it. Yeah, meditate. Figure out which way works best for you. There's countless ways to meditate, but I would recommend starting a meditation practice. Start your day off with meditation. If you can, end your day off with meditation as well. It will change your life. It will elevate, or it will accelerate rather, your spiritual process. Because in later videos, we'll get into things from your shadow work will begin to spring up. Maybe some past life stuff will spring up. Certain unconscious limiting beliefs will spring up. And if you've been meditating in meditations, these things will spring up and you will be able to notice them. You will be able to grasp onto them, take them outside of your meditation, write it down, and be able to focus on them. So that's the video on meditation. Stay tuned for the next video for the guided meditations. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to thumbs it up, subscribe, comment if you have any suggestions or anything of that nature. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.